Guys, we're going to do a quick video on how to clean your NES cartridges. This works on any cart-based game, as long as you have the game bit tool. This is a 3.5 millimeter ones. These go in the games. You also get the 4.8. I've got them as well. That's in there. That's a big chunky one. That's for consoles. Show you that one. That's a big chunky one. I bought mine from America. So, there you go. And of course you're going to need one of these screwdrivers. Just pop that in there. And you're all set. Because these have got funny screws, you can't actually use a normal screwdriver on them. So that's why you need one of these game bits. What you do is you just pop it in. Right, make sure you get a grip on the screw. It's a bit tough. There we go. Ready to go. Spin it anti-clockwise. You're going to want to do this with all the screws. You need to get all the screws out. You can't just pull out a couple. There's only 3 screws in these ones. You do get a 5 screw cartridge as well. They're a bit rarer. But it's the same situation applies with them as well. This is how I clean them as well. Not everybody cleans them the same way. I've seen them done differently. This is how I do it. And it works fine for me, so I'll show you how, a bit of a quicker way to do it. If you have the time to open the cart, you're better doing it that way. You can do it without opening the cart, but then you can't see, the grime on it. You can't really see if you've cleaned it properly, so this is the best way of doing it. So just tip that over. There we go, that's for 3 screws. Now you don't want to lose these because these are tiny. Yeah, absolutely tiny thing. So just put them to one side. Okay, so opening the NES cart. Just like that. And that's looking pretty clean as it is. The motherboard's clean, so that hasn't been opened. That's the motherboard. There we go. You can see as well the dirt and grime there. That's really bad. Always do this with your carts when you're buying them from car boot sales or charity shops, because you'll find that they're always dirty. And charity shops won't clean them for you. So you always want to make sure they're clean before you put them in your console, because you can actually damage your console without doing that. So what I've got here as well is cleaning solution. It's just alcohol based cleaning solution. If you can find ones that are like 70% alcohol, that's generally your best bet. I just take a bottle cap, just spray it in, just like that. That game straight away. Stick that down there. And what you're going to want to use is one of these. Just your traditional earbuds. What you do, dip that in the solution. And then all you do, don't be scared to do this, you do need a little bit of pressure on it. Wipe them across the pins. Now this won't damage your pins at all, I can guarantee you. You do need a bit of force just to get the alcohol solution in there. I was a bit worried the first time I did this, but I seen the results in a game. It was Wizards and Warriors, and when I tried to use it on my console it didn't work whatsoever. And when I opened the game up, the pins were just black, basically. So I just thought, it was one of my favourite games as a kid, so I really wanted to give it another go. So I just cleaned it thoroughly, just as I'm doing now, and it worked perfectly first time. It's never let me down either. Of course with clean pins, your NES console will be more responsive to loading the games first time, so that's what you want. As you can see, it's a bit sheer just with doing that. You can see we've still got the grime going across here. So what I do for that, I'll just wipe the alcohol solution off that. Just use the dry end of the bud. Just wipe it across the pins there. Take a rubber off a pencil, anything will do, as long as it's quite a soft rubber. It doesn't matter if it's dirty, because well, you're going to be cleaning it anyway. So what you do is you just take the pins and you just rub it, just as if you're rubbing out something on a bit of paper. A little bit of pressure, not too much. You don't want to snap the pins off the cart, because that can be done with a bit too much pressure. This isn't going to be professionally clean, just to let you know. They do it a completely different way. But this is how, a quick way of doing it at home without having to spend a lot of money to send your carts away and getting them cleaned properly. Just rub it along where the pins from the console connect to the pins in the game. That's generally what you want to be doing. And like I say, I do this with all my games. Mega Drive, Master System, NES, even Game Boy, Game Gear. You know, because the consoles are retro now and they cost a hell of a lot of money to buy. You don't really want to be going out and forking out money on a new one just because you didn't clean a game. So, not what you want to be doing. And I bought this today at Feinston. You'll see in one of my other videos, it's in a massive collection that I bought. So we've got a little bit there, so just grab a bit of kitchen roll. Rub it along the pins, make sure you get all the rubber bits off. There we go. Yeah, that's looking not too bad. See the difference now already? That's a hell of a lot cleaner than it was before. And that's basically going to make the pin connection in the console just perfect. That'll be reading that no problem. You can actually tell the difference. That's what it was looking like to start with. Dirty and grimy. That's what it's looking like now. A little bit grimy, but we'll get to fixing that in a minute, but a hell of a lot shinier. So you just do the same again. That was the old one. Here, bud. And the alcohol solution. Whack that back on the pins again. Same process. You'll find as well when you're doing it this time, it's a lot easier to do. Don't worry about getting the alcohol on the motherboard itself. It dries instantly and it won't damage the motherboard. You can actually clean the whole motherboard doing this. But you generally won't need to. Not a lot of people open these games. You can see not as much dirt coming off. This was the one I actually used to start with. You see all the dirt there? Yeah? That's the dirt coming off the second time. Not a lot at all. So just give that a wee wipe along there. Make sure you're covering all the pins. Don't worry about leaving marks on them. Don't worry about, you know, if you can't get all the dirt and grime off. You're never going to get all of it off, but as long as you can get the majority of it off, that's all you need to be doing. All you need to be doing. I say it's a fast way of doing it. It's not really, but it's a hell of a lot faster than sending it away and waiting for your game to come back. Because there is people out there that do this. You can find them on YouTube. But I like to do it my way. So yeah, so that's the pins cleaned. Now they do look a bit, you know, like shadowy here. That's just the imprint of years of use. You know, I'll have to use a hell of a lot stronger alcohol, more rubbing to do that, but as we're doing it quickly, that'll do. And that will make your game perfect. So as you can see in the light there, that's just perfect. So it's the same again for the other side. What you just, where'd I put the rubber? There we go. I'm going to use the rubber first this time, just to be a bit quicker. You don't need to put the alcohol on to start with, but I like to do that. But seeing as this is the back side of the game, it doesn't really matter. I'll just rub it along there. You can see what I'm doing, just putting the rubber right on the pins and really giving it a good whack like that. You really can't be overcautious doing this because you're not going to get any grime off. You really have to go for it. Okay. And that's all the rubbery bits off. A quick blow along there and that'll do the job. Same again. Earbud and the alcohol solution. Just wipe that right along the pins. Just like that. Same again for this side. This is a great game. Oh god, you can see the grime coming off that there. This is a great game as well, so I'm really looking forward to playing this. Dr. Mario. A great game. I played it when I was a kid, but never had a copy of my own. So, cool once this is done up. that's how we started, that's as we're going with the second one, so getting a lot cleaner there, guys. Take a dry one now and just rub that along, just to wipe off all the alcohol that's on it. As you can see, there's really not a lot of grime coming off there now. There we go. You can guarantee this will get your games working every time. As long as the pins in the NES are clean as well, this will load up first time, no problem. Mine's are clean. I've got the NES cleaning kit. Yeah, well, I've actually got 3 NES cleaning kits. I quite like collecting them as well. Yeah, you can never have too many, I say. There we go. And that's it as we finish. No grime coming off that. Just a little bit that side. Run it along there just to double check. Yeah, not too bad. That's fine. There we go, guys. That's the pins looking there. A lot shinier than they were. I'd agree. A lot shinier than they were. So that's how you clean your NES pins. That's how I do them anyway. Always works for me first time. Okay, so here we go. Got to put them back in. Always make sure you get them the right way around. If you're not sure how you took them out of the game, the way I do it is it's the front cover there. Always make sure that the tabs line up. Basically, this is always going to be behind the front cover in the game. Basically. There we go. That sits back like that. Grab the back of it. You can clean these as well with a toothbrush. If you get a bit of soap, hot water and a toothbrush, you can clean all these marks off it. Done. I'll whack that back on there. Grab the screws. Oh god. Fiddly wee buggers it now. Get that back on there. Make sure that the tabs at the top are lined up. Just like that. And just screw them in as you would any normal screw. You do need to put a little bit of force behind it. Once it's screwed in, make sure it stands like that. That way it'll stop your game rattling and the really noises that piss me off with these things. There we go. Okay, and last but not least, and that, make sure that screw's tightened, and that game is as good as new. There we go, that game will work first time, every time, guaranteed. Stick that back in its case, spot on. Anyway guys, that's how I clean cartridges. You just use earbud, alcohol solution, a rubber, your game bit here, your screwdriver. You're all good to go. All you need to do. Anyway guys, check out my other videos, subscribe and comment if you can, and yeah, I'll be catching you soon with more videos. Happy collecting guys, see you later.